Good morning, everybody. How are you all this morning? Is everybody okay? For those of you that are new, I am Jo from Oops a Daisy, and we're going to do, oh, what perfect timing, alarm going off in the street. We're going to do a little plan with me today. I'm going to set up my weekly spreads, but I've also got a bunch of new stuff to show you, which is very exciting. I'm going to give everyone a few seconds to jump on. Feel free to tell me where you are and what is your beverage of choice this morning. Little fun share. Who have we got in here? Hi Dawn, hi Shima, hi Tanya. Hello Carol, Laura, Jane. Morning Claire. Hi Louise. Lots of peeps. Hi Anna. Hi Danielle. Loads of people this morning. Lovely. I thought because it was sunny there we might be a bit quiet today, but perfect. Lots and lots of peeps. So, as I said, I've got a fun spread planned, but I've also got some stuff to show you, which I will do at various intervals throughout. You might see some of the stuff here. Oh, these arrived, I think, Thursday last week. And I've also got something to bounce off of you guys' opinions and thoughts. I have been asked a lot for storage for B5 stencils, so I've been trying out a possible solution, and I wanted to, get your thoughts and feelings for it. What I think I might do is begin the spread, and then we will swatch some washi, and then do it like so that it's not just me showing you stuff all at the beginning. But yeah, there's some washi goodness that I will share. So I thought this week I might go old school with my setup. I fancied doing, I used to do it all the time, like Dutch drawers for the week that give you a bit more room in the week. I've got quite task heavy at the moment. Lots and not necessarily one big project, but loads of like bitty tasks, because there's a ton of things. It's that time of year where we've got like the 12 days of planning, we've got back to school, we're planning our Christmas range, we're planning the next quarter of boxes. Kate and I are on holiday in September, so trying to like juggle all the things that need to get done, and they're all quite bitty. So because of that, I need lots of room for scribbling. So I thought I would do a Dutch door. This is the stuff from the horizontal Dutch door kit, but I'm actually going to do a vertical Dutch door. Grab my folder. So what I wanted was my tab maker stencil, which I'm hoping is here. There it is. And I was going to do some tabs in some scrapbook paper. Probably just a couple of colours, maybe like this and this. Have I got a yellow one? Maybe just those three. Yeah, I think just those three. So I'm going to take those out. How is everybody? Any news to share? This morning I have bathed Freckle, which is always a fun job. She hates it, but it needs to happen because she's a very small dog. She has a very dense coat, and it gets to the point where it's just coming out in clumps, even though I groom her. So I wanted to give her a proper bath. So that's what she's had this morning. Shima says, my sister had a little baby boy. Such a good time doing baby snuggles yesterday. Congratulations, Auntie Shima. Yeah, Escaping Freckle, for those of you that haven't seen, sorry, I just can't remember to do this. Emily said, Escaping Freckle made me laugh and empathise. Yes. So yesterday morning, I was going out yesterday to look for a new sofa, which was successful. I thought I'll have a nice coffee, just chill in the living room. It's been quite a hectic week. And I had the back door wide open, which I always do, into my garden. My garden is all secure, so it's fine. I'm going to just take this bit of washi tape off because I don't want that there. And yeah, Freckle Bean was like coming and going, in and out of the house. And I realised I'd been sat drinking my coffee and like contemplating my day, that she hadn't been around for a little while. And I went out and I could hear her barking, but I didn't know why she was barking. So I went out in the garden and she had escaped underneath a tiny gap underneath the fence, which was blocked. But I think where it's been quite windy, the fence has moved and the thing that was blocking it had dislodged. And she'd escaped through a gap that was like this big. And she was in the garden. And I looked over the fence and she was just barking at me, like, I've got in here and I don't know what to do. So I moved some stuff so that there was a slightly bigger gap. I mean, she fit through the small gap. I moved some stuff and then I called her through and she just looked at me like she was confused. And something you should know about Freckle is that she is a bit of a princess. Like, if a door is ajar, she'll bark the other side of the door until I come and open it for her. She doesn't like to squeeze through spaces. She likes doors to be opened, like the princess that she is. So she wasn't having any of it. So I decided to try and lure her in with snacks, at which point she took the snack and went back to the neighbour's garden. And yeah, that was a good chunk of my morning trying to... My neighbour wasn't in, he works Saturdays. Trying to convince her to come back in. She's such a knobhead. I love her, but she is a knobhead. I'm just deciding what tab to use. Maybe this one? Maybe the middle size one. How many tabs am I going to want? Probably 3. Maybe we'll do big. So yeah, she does make me laugh, but she is a diva. Love her. And then I went shopping for sofas. I've ordered a new sofa. I had a sofa when I moved into this house that has like a chaise bit and a foot to it. And the reason I got that style of sofa was because at the time I had Daisy Dog, and those of you that have been around a long time will remember that Daisy Dog had a brain condition called cerebellar ataxia, which meant that she was really unsteady. So I wanted an area that she could go and then like the foot of the sofa so that she wouldn't fall off the end because she was very wobbly. But practicality of that sofa, now that I don't have a Daisy Dog, just basically means with my footstool and Freckles slope that it's like a bit of an obstacle course to get to the bit that I can actually sit down on. So, and also the sofa's been trashed by cats, etc. So decided to get a new sofa, treat myself to a new sofa. And I've been on the search for a sofa that is nice and deep because I like to have my feet up, sort of sit on my legs, as it were. So I went to Sofology yesterday, which was about half an hour away, and all the sofas were lovely. I've ordered myself a sofa. It's lovely. It's deep teal, and it should be here in 3 to 5 weeks. So I shall keep you all updated in my sofa journey. But the good thing about this sofa is that where it's kind of quite deep, it will mean that Freckle can walk along when I'm sat down. She likes to snug right next to me, and because it's quite a narrow sofa, the one that I've got at the moment, it's not comfortable for us. I say us, like we're a married couple, but myself and Freckle, the two people that sit on the sofa. I'm just cutting these tabs out. So Laura said, I'm missing journaling a lot at the moment. My chronic illnesses are stopping me doing very much at all, but I'm enjoying watching where I can, and it's definitely still pieing. Bless you, Laura. Do what you can. If you enjoy it, give yourself an easier time. Perhaps a printed planner that you can decorate. Might be a nice idea to kind of keep your arm in, as it were. Tanya says, I think my sofa is a bit low, so I may be on the hunt. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Getting the right sort of firmness of sofa. I wanted one that didn't need constant rearranging. I really liked the style of the loaf sofas, but I kind of decided that even in the showroom, they looked like they all needed the cushions rearranging. I don't want that sort of maintenance in my life. Also, the reviews were quite bad in terms of, like, they gave you a bad back. And I've already got a rubbish back, so I don't need any other reasons to have a bad back. Hopefully this will be a good one. I also paid to get the thing that Sofology offer, which is like a 5-year cover that if any of my animals damage the sofa, or if I damage the sofa, if I spill on the sofa, they come and they repair it, and it's all covered in this 5-year cover, which I think for me will be a godsend because I'm a klutz and my animals are too. Yeah, too many back cushions. Problematic because you're constantly having to rearrange them. So I'm going to do the structure of this, then I'll do some washi swatching, and then I'll come back to more structure. So I'm going to cut off a big chunk, sort of like to here, because I want to be able to have, maybe more, a little control panel. I'm thinking this width, so I'm thinking like here. I used to do these spreads all the time. I don't know if you remember back in the day, before I went to B5 actually. I used to use these a lot. So Monday, Tuesday, cut this off. Actually, we can be smart. We can be smart. So my task for this week, big task, 2 separate tasks actually, is to get the launch prep for the 12 days of planning sorted, as in like infographics and stuff, so that they can start going, because we open pre-sale for that at the end of this month. I am just finalising, hopefully be able to offer a pay in 3 instalments option, which will be good. And I'm also meeting with DPD this week, so that we can offer a better tracked service for parcel post. We will still be using Royal Mail for letters, because unless anything's changed, the DPD are coming in to go through with me, but I don't believe they can be competitive for large letters. But it would be nice for our parcel stuff to be in a proper tracked service next day and be competitive price wise. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's another big job for this week. The journals are ordered. That's exciting. It's definitely a time where everything is quite bitty. Bum, bum, bum. So Laura says, the irony is that I need the journaling to keep my limited amount of energy on the right task, but I don't have the energy to both journal and do. At least I can laugh at it. That's important. I definitely think maybe pre-printed is the way to go while you're feeling that way. Like maybe just like a day book or like undated weekly so that you can do it when you feel that way. I use lots of to-do lists and pre-printed calendar as well this year. Didn't want to, but it helps. You got to do what you got to do. Got to do what you got to do. Emily says, I'm doing jobs and trying not to be distracted by my shiny red Filofax that has become my Christmas planner. That's exciting. Shima says that Oops Daisy 2024 ruler has been my best £3.50 I spent this year. We'll be doing a 2025 one. Yes, probably. Potentially as part of something else, which I can't tell you about. But yes, potentially. We'll do it in some shape or form. Right. Hi, Nate. Kate and Nate are off on their way to have a lovely meal out. This week is Kate's birthday. Hope she won't mind me telling you. Hence why Kate and I have switched around. Normally she's the second week and I'm the third week of the month, but we've switched a road. Yes, I do, Laura. So Laura asked, do I know what the price point might be for the 12 days of planning? Yes. So, slightly different setup this year, slightly, and the final details to be confirmed, but we're going to have two options. We're going to have the all singing, all dancing option, which will come with a journal. So, and I'm talking a proper journal, bound journal. So it is a black journal with a silver motif. I'm not going to be able to do that, am I? Which will be announced when we announce the details. It's got holographic edge to it, faux leather, and the idea is that we will use it to create a like goals journal for next year. So there'll be a version with the faux leather journal and there'll be a version without the journal. The version with the journal and 12 items, and there'll be some bigger ticket items this year, is going to be £90, and the version without the journal, I believe, is going to be £75. We are opening pre-order at the end of this month and should have an option where you can split it into 3 payments. So the first payment will be taken when you sign up, which will be at the end of this month, ideally. The next payment will be the end of September, and the next payment will be the end of October, and it should ship mid to end of November. It will not ship if 3 payments have not been taken. And this is like a trial. If it ends up being that it takes loads of time and admin, it won't be something that we will do again. But I kind of wanted to have it done early and have the potential to split it. And if you'd rather not split it and you'd rather just pay up front, then there'll be the option to do that as well. So yeah, that's, and then it'll be in a branded, Ipsy Daisy branded magnetic closure luxury storage box. The 12 items will be individually wrapped, and then the journal is actually like an extra item, so it doesn't count as one of your 12 items. So if you want the option without the journal, then you don't have to have it. You can still get all of the bits if that's not your thing, or if you don't like someone picking your journal for you. And then what I think is going to happen, and I've been trying to hash this out this morning, is I'll do like included within the thing will be like an invite to a live stream, or potentially more than one live stream, to help us set up our goals journal. So it's like an interactive thing. It's not just stuff, it's like the support as well, if you see what I mean. But all of the information will come out for that very soon. It's my jobs for this week. We will have limited numbers with the journals because they've already been ordered, because they have a much longer manufacture time than the other elements. Every year we've done it before, people have asked us whether it'll include an actual journal. So this year we're doing it, and we'll see. But the idea is that it will be to set up that sort of specific journal or some goals spread, so it won't be stuff in it that you need for setting up your main journal. So we won't have that situation where hopefully everyone's opening it early and because they want the stuff to set up their journal, because it won't be for that. So it'll be nice to kind of all open it together and have little live streams where we set up the various challenges within it together. Boom. Right. Just folding these tabs in half. And then we'll have a little pause to think about some quite a lot of people on today. Have we got any newbies? Any first time plan with me peeps? Where is my middle point? Oop, dog hair. Ooh, cripe. Hi Ashley, so as you said, I saw your live stream last week, so I'm kind of new. Welcome. Dear, what am I doing? There we go. Are you a planner person? Are you a journal person? Are you a both person? Claire asks, 12 Days of Christmas sounds really amazing. Will this Christmas launch be like last year or more like the years before? I'm going to do it the same as last year because it worked really well. So in previous years, we have done like a Christmas box. Because of the amount of stuff going on at end of year, I think it worked really nicely having people be able to kind of pick and choose what they wanted. So we'll probably do... Goodness sakes, why can't I do this today? We'll probably do the same as last year, where it's potentially either a pre-order or just a regular shop launch. There we go. So that is the structure of my weekly spread. I'm going to have this size of page for each day. And then we'll kind of have like master lists or like what's happening over the week in these sections. Now I'm going to pause briefly to show you some stuff. Feel free to hit me with any questions. Ashley says, I'm a teacher but I like to journal with my daughter. Lovely. Lots of new teacher friends, which is fab. And Carol says she is multitasking and watching cycling too. Is that the cycling in like the velodrome cycling? Decided I don't understand it. And what is going on? Right, let's open this. And then, okay, who would like to see Halloween first and who would like to see Stationery Friends first? Hit me with your requests and I will quickly open the boxes. So our stationery and our Halloween launch is going to go live at the same time, which is the 6th or 7th of September. Kind of in celebration of our collab with the lovely Positive Teacher Company. So we've got some new goodies based on our stationery range. Our stationery gang, and the washi tape is one part of that. I've got 5 new designs for stationery, so let's just grab them at random. This is grab the end. Our fountain pens in rainbow. So that's the size of them. And there are 4 colours. Let me snip it so that you can see 4 fountain pens. So what's quite good with these is you can obviously just cut the fountain pen and have it be a motif on its own. So that's Rainbow Penny. We decided for the washi tape to go no faces. So she's faceless. Trying to line it up, but failing miserably. That might be better here. That's better. So that's Penny. Let's grab another one. I'm grabbing them at random. This is Hamlet. I can feel Kate rolling her eyes at my silly names. So Pencil's got more colours because he's slightly shorter. Has he? Yeah, he's got a yellow. The Faceless is also an excellent band. Oh. So that's our pens. All of these will have 10 meters on. Let's go in with another one. These have turned out so nice. I have a feeling these might sell out, you know. We will see. The plan is to keep them in long term. Look at that. I'm going to grab it here. Our little highlighter friend. So it actually only went in to make, like, I think we're going to do like 1 or 2 washies for this order. Ended up making 9 standard because we got a bit carried away. So that's the highlighter. Then we've got black and white penny. I mean, these would be adorable if you just like added the day of the week. You could have them that way. Like, they're lush, aren't they? And then on top of the rainbow, I wanted to do an original pirate material penny. Shout out to anyone that is as old as me and remembers the streets. So original penny, I personally think contrasts really nicely. I like the fact that kind of she's your classic fountain pen, and then against the others. I know black and white's not necessarily for everyone, but I love her. And then, because we got overexcited with these designs, we also have this one. I just think penny contrasts really nicely. I like colourful pennies, but I also like black and white pennies. I like all the pennies. I'm going to put that there as well, so that you've got her in all the orientations. So that's our Stationery Lovers range, which I like a lot. Something about where that one is that is upsetting me. I'll maybe just do that in the corner, because I'm going to leave this in my journal as a memory. Cute, aren't they? So there will be a VIP launch for this because we only have limited stock of all of them. First time around, we will restock, but it takes a few weeks. So, yeah, I'll give you a little close-up look. Very cute. And they match the colours from the tote bag. They match the colours from the stickers that you've seen that are inside the TPTC box. So all contrasting. So that is Stationery Friends. And then let me show you. There is a sharpener and an eraser. No, there's just a sharpener. We don't have an eraser. We have Pat Sharp. There's 5. There's a ruler. The ruler is called Charles because Charles is our ruler. Get it? Because I'm a lunatic. Mostly because I'm a lunatic. So they're going to be launching on Friday. Thank you. Oh, no. There you go. Friday the, I want to say 6th of September. Let me just double check that. Friday the 6th will be VIP. No, Thursday the 5th will be VIP. Friday the 6th will be everybody else. So VIPs will have 24 hours. Cool. So then we have Halloween. So this is our ghosties, who I love. And then, what else do I want? Skelly bones. So this is actually Fang and Bones. Inspiration for this launch was Funny Bones, but our own take on Skellies. So, of course, because it's Ipsy Daisy, we needed to have a animal-based Skelly. So this one is called Fang and Bones. Fang being the cat, Bones being our Skelly dog. And then we have Tradish Skelly. Sorry for distracting you from your jobs. So Tradish Skelly is this one. I will give you a close-up in a second. So he's a Skelly. And then, just because I liked this concept, spooky eyes. But they could be like, I don't know, you're doing a shopping spread. Just eyes looking really googly eyes. Eyes in the dark. Let's give you a close-up. Yeah, trapdoor. So ghosties, fangs and bones, skelly and googly eyes. And then these ones. Cute, aren't they? I'm so pleased with these. I would use all of this range, which is nice. What is your favourite? Who is your favourite? I love fangs and bones too. See that there's like a little fish next to fangs, and then Bones the dog has got like a little bone. I'm going to be doing stencils to go with these as well, so you can draw your own fangs and bones and skellies. £10 on all of them, so there's plenty for all of your Halloween and stationery needs. I'm putting them back in boxes because it detracts Elvis from stealing them. These look great all together. This is the first time I've swatched them all together. Like, obviously you've seen them on the screen, but plan is, and I've yet to design them, and I know I'm running out of time, but it's all right. I have a bit more time with this. That's another thing that's on my list to do. That the stencils would be like, do you remember like our Halloween friends and our royal friends, and we did the set of 4 pocket stencils. The plan is to do the same for these, and I think these too. So that's on my list for this week too. So that's washi tape. Bosh. While I'm in the show and tell zone, I'm also going to show you the B5 thing that I've been working on, and then I'll finish my spread. Anna says, will there be a version of the Positive Teacher sub I missed out? Not exactly. We have a couple of the bits we have stock of, not massive amounts, but we do have some. So some of the things, but some not. And I can't really tell you any more than that without ruining what is in it. But it won't be long. But they should be shipping. I believe they ship on the 1st of the month, and then this launches on like the 6th. So the elements that we have that are part of it won't be a surprise at that point. So it should all be good. Hence why we planned it that way, because we're smart like that. Okay. So last thing I wanted to show you before I continue doing my weekly spread is we've been asked a lot to think for storage for the B5 Super Easy stencils. Now obviously our storage folders, which are these, that's not a good example because that's got stickers in, which are these, work for every type of stencil apart from the B5 Super Easy. This doesn't have the cheat sheets in. I can show you. We now have the cheat sheets for all of these that fit into here. So you can have a whole folder that's got these in, and I need to update mine. But there wasn't a solution for the B5. Now, I did look into having a B5 version of this made. The problem is, not so much for the folder, but for these plastic pockets, they don't exist in a ready-made format, and the minimum amount to order was something like 50,000. We haven't sold 50,000 B5 stencils, so it's not plausible for me to fill HQ with 50,000 of these and have us be using them for the next 3,000 million years. And there's not really a lot of point having a B5 version of the folder without the plastic wallets. So therefore I went off on a bit of a mission to find what we could do from a storage perspective, and I found a solution. I think it works quite nicely, but I would quite like your feedback before I go ahead and get some stock in. So B5 is a funny old size. It's become really popular in journaling, but it's not so popular in all other worlds of stationery. Not many formats do it. So what I've had to get is an A4 folder. So I've got one of these, excuse the shine, which is an A4 flip folder. And then in each of these, there's 20 of these in the folder. I've printed off the cheat sheets in A4 size just so that they fill the sleeve, and then the stencil kind of lives behind it. So you've basically got your storage and your stencil, so that you can see quickly what you've got. You've got the tips and tricks that are on the back of the cheat sheet, and the whole thing stands up quite nicely. I know you can't see, but like on a shelf, that would be your B5. At the moment we have 40 different super easy stencils available, so it would be using 2 of these to store the whole range. They're quite narrow, so it doesn't take up loads of room on your shelf. Obviously the external of the folder is not branded. They are by Snowpake, who I love as a company. We've met the guys at Snowpake a few different times, and they were also opposite us at Stationery Fest. And they are a really, really nice company. He was happy to send me a load of stuff for me to try to see what would work. Makes a massive difference when you have a company that are like keen to work with small businesses, go out of their way to like make things easy. Didn't like insist that I buy 12 in order to find out that something didn't work. So I think they're great. I think it suits the purpose. So the plan would be, so at the moment, if you order any super easy stencil, A5 or B5, you get the A5 cheat sheet included, which is this size. I'm going to carry on doing that just because it's easier from a shipping point of view. Not everyone wants to store them. And then what my plan was to sell this folder with the 20 cheat sheets printed in A4 alongside with it, so that you can just set it up as storage if you wanted to do that. If you don't want to, then you don't have to. And we'll have like volume 1, which is 1 to 20, and then volume 2, which is 21 to 40. That was going to be my easy solution, so that we're providing a storage solution for the B5. If you guys thought that that worked, I think it works perfectly. The cheat sheets aren't available separately on the website yet. We are going to do that, but they are, all of the listings have been updated, so that if you buy a super easy stencil from now on, you are getting the cheat sheet, but you would get A5 with it, and then if you bought these, that's when you'd get the A4, or you could print them yourself if you wanted to do that. If you guys think it's a good idea, I can go ahead and get those ordered from the lovely Snowpake, and probably just get like a minimal amount in and see how they go down. The other thing is we are in the process of adding volumes. So I don't know if, again, those of you that have been around for a while, we used to do a complete set of classic stencils. That has become an untenable thing because we now have 100 classic stencils, so a complete set is like a lot of binders and everything. So what I'm gonna do is do volumes, so you're basically getting 20 stencils, the storage and the cheat sheets as a volume. And we wanted an option so that if you buy the B5 version of the volume, this is what you get. So yeah, thoughts and feelings, people, while I go back to my spread. Hit me up if you have feelings. Right. Oh, excuse me. So the A4 cheat sheets, I trialed at printing in 120 GSM. Didn't want it to be too heavy. These are 120 GSM, which is not as thick as the standard cheat sheets, but yeah, thick enough that like you don't see what's on the other side, if you see what I mean. So, what am I doing? Who am I? Yep, you can get them as a download. So I could basically do this on its own, this with 1 to 20, this with 21 to 40. And then you can kind of pick and choose. We will do a download. Now, if you buy any Super Easy stencils, you get the A5 cheat sheet and you get the digital download. The digital download is A5 or A4, depending on how you print it. So that's exactly the same file. I just printed it to A4, not A5. Wonky. Tell you what, I don't know why I can't do things in a straight line. Like that. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Okay, well, if you guys think it's a good idea, I'll get a small amount of stock and I will upload it on the website and we'll go from there. The cheat sheets will be available as soon as I've done it. That's a really fake answer. Yeah. I will get some stock ordered and probably try to do it for the same time. Laura, can you do me a favour and email? Actually, let me write it down. Let me write it down now. Check the downloads. On it. Okay, cool. Dawn. The thought at the moment is no. There was a reason for that. Is that the fonts don't always have a additional case. There's multiple reasons. That's one of the reasons. So it would limit what fonts we can use within the boxes, because we often pick a font and go, oh, it hasn't got an upper and a lower case. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is I don't want to add more complication to already multiple tiered situation. I have got it on my to-do list to kind of look and see if there's a solution in terms of postage or being able to bundle all three. It just hasn't got to the top of my to-do list, but I'm very much going to have a look and see what I can do. I don't want to mess with the structure of Themebox at this point in time, because there's already been a lot of changes, and I don't want to overcomplicate it. I also, from a marketing point of view, being really honest with you, don't want to create a barrier to purchase, because if you look at a box and you're a person that wants all the things, having a box be more expensive than $22.50 I think is too expensive. It might be that I could, it just needs to be simple. We've done a lot of work to try and make it simple, and I don't want to go back and complicate it again. But I am trying to think of a way around it, and I will continue to do that. Just, yeah, bear with. It might be that I can do it as something that you can add on to your VIP subscription, potentially. But again, it kind of just makes it more confusing. So I'm wondering whether I can do like a bundle of the 3, because we know at the beginning of the quarter what fonts we're doing. So I could potentially do like like a bundle of your theme box add-ons, which will either be like 1, 2, or 3 stencils. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. But I don't really want to change the fundamental structure of the theme box, because we already go fly by the edge of our pants in terms of like constantly changing things, and I don't want to make it more complicated. Yeah, this is one of the things, and I understand totally why you would want it like locked in, but psychologically it could be a barrier to think it's going to be £30 a month. So I have to kind of think about how that would be perceived and whether it would be, yeah. Right. What do I want? When do I want it? Now. I'm going to use this font, I think. Washies go on sale on the, I said it the 6th or the 7th, the Thursday at the beginning of September will be the VIP launch, and the Friday will be the general sale, assuming that we've got stock left. I need to write myself a nice big to-do list. So I want space on each day to write my tasks for that day. I also want to plan my meals. Shuffle Bunny says, I love that you take on board questions, give real answers, which makes sense. It's nice to understand the considerations that you need to put in as business. Ah, thank you. Yeah, it's one of those things. I think at the beginning of Oops a Daisy, I probably would have gone, oh, you want me to make another tier? Yeah, I'll do that. And then not really think about like what that means necessarily in a broader sense. I think what I try to do now is think about every kind of eventuality. I understand why it would be good to have that included, but I also kind of am aware of the challenges to getting people to sign up to a subscription, the challenges we have when like picking fonts and things. I don't want to only be picking fonts because there's an upper and a lowercase available. I don't want to be like bound that way. From a creative perspective, sometimes we do one font like multiple ways, like have it in more like the boxes. Saturday. Shima says, what about a free shipping code included in the quarterly box for the lowercase stencils? Potentially. I did think about this as well. The downside of this is we couldn't justify free shipping to overseas customers because it's pricey. It would kind of mean that there wasn't a lot of point in sending the stencil because the cost of shipping is, for some countries, more than the price of the stencil. We could definitely do free UK shipping. I thought about whether we just have the stencils deducted by the price of UK shipping. Yeah, there's a few different potential options spinning around my head. I just need to figure out which is going to be the best way of kind of making it work. Tiny little font. And then minnow. Leave it with me is the answer. I am trying to think up a solution that works for everybody. And we can only try and like experiment with things. A bit like with 12 days of planning, it'll be interesting to see whether people want the journal, because we get a lot of comments asking for it, but whether or not people will actually want it is a different thing. But also whether you'll want to split pay, whether that'll end up being an absolute nightmare that I regret from a admin perspective. A bit like how the personalised stencils I regretted last year. A, B, C, D. We shall see. try. I have a feeling that the best way of doing it might be to just do a bundle. So all three go out at the same time and you just pay postage once. The only thing with that is that obviously it kind of gives you a sneak peek into the box, the third box, because we wouldn't launch the bundle until the first box has been sent, which case you'll already know what the second box is because we will have launched the theme, but you won't know the third box, so it will potentially give you a preview into that. I don't know how much of a problem that is. Louise says, I'm loving this layout, definitely going to try for next week. We're off to Pride in the Park now. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely day, Lou. Tanya says, put them up earlier at the beginning of the month. It's the weight that annoys me as I was using them together. Do you mean put all of them up at the beginning of the month? The thing is with putting them up prior to the box being shipped is people buying both of them, not realising that one of them's in the box, people not knowing whether it's up or lowercase, and then buying the wrong one and then wanting to return stuff. It adds an element of error that we want to try and avoid if we can. Now, where is my... There you are. Where did I put my lemons? I don't know. Do I want to have my lemon, have my like most important thing of the day? Maybe it should be at the bottom. Maybe he should be in the middle. And yours could go underneath. I think the thing is, in answer to Tanya's question, different people have different reasons. So your reason is that you don't want to wait until it arrives. Other people's reasons is the shipping. So I don't just want to fix one problem. if we're going to make a change that's going to make extra work for the team, I kind of want to fix all the problems. Otherwise we're making extra work, and we're still not fixing everyone's problem. So it needs to be like a solution that works for the majority and for us. Which is why I'm wondering if like an add-on bundle that goes at the beginning of the quarter might be the best thing, because it kind of fixes both issues. Means everything will be there beforehand, and you only pay one lot of shipping. I'm just going to stick this, and then I can see a ton of questions, and I will go through them. Right. Hold up. Shima says, really sad about the personalised bit of last year's stencil was that it didn't get used. Yeah, it was very time intensive, and probably not the best use of our time. We wanted to do something different, and I think it was nice to do, but it's quite tricky because from a design point of view, the difference between someone having a name like Joe and someone having a name like Elizabeth, it's tricky to make a design that works for everybody. And if I have to do an entire new design for every person, yeah, I mean, just check me out. I'm not available to do anything else for like the whole of September, October, November. So yeah, we're going to switch it up and do something different this year. Jane asks, sorry Joe, I missed the piece of the price of the 12 days of planning. Is it with or without a journal? So with a journal, it's £90, and that's with a black journal with silver foiled motif and holographic page edges, all the stuff that is normally in our bound journals, and then 12 separate wrapped elements in a magnet closure box. Without the journal, which is 12 elements in a magnet closure box, is £75. Rachel asks, why do you ship the theme box on the 14th rather than the 1st? The reason for that is because payment comes out on the 1st. Payment doesn't always necessarily come out first thing in the morning. So it basically gives us a chance to know exactly how many we need to make and make up the right amount. The original thing with when it was mini one was that we shipped on the 14th. So if we shipped, for example, so the payment would go on the 1st of January, we'd ship on the 14th of January, and that box would be designed to be for March. So you've basically got 6 weeks for the box to get to you, because not everyone is in the UK, and then set up your monthly spreads to use it for a box that's themed for that month. Our themes aren't dated now, but they are still seasonal. So if, for example, we sent this one in August and you live in, I don't know, Australia, and it takes 2 weeks to get to you, so if we shipped on the 14th of August, she'll still wouldn't be there until the 1st of September. You'll then probably already set up your September spread, so you're setting up October in a quite summery themed spread. So it kind of, the lag allows us to first of all take payments, then figure out how many we need to do, and then you've got like that little buffer of time. If you get it on, if we ship on the 14th and you get it on the 17th, you can use it for the following month, or you can use it for the month after that, or you can use it whenever. Hopefully that makes sense. Joanne Dixon Jackson says, what is the next theme for Theme Box? I know it's due in the coming week. It is called Grow, and it is the first box of our Create concept, which is exciting. Stick down, please, Lemon. Said no one ever. And I just want to get rid of the sticky on these. And I want a highlighter. Any questions or anything? Keep hitting me. Hit me. Because it's nice to answer all of your thoughts and feelings. Oh, that's not the right colour, is it? Let's test that. It's very luminous, so I want that one. I want a nice yellow. Where are my pens? There are my pens. Oh yeah, I like to remove the sticky off the front, just because it annoys me. Extra that I am. That's the one I want. The other reason that we decided to do the 1st for payment and the 14th for shipping is because we didn't want there to be months, or I didn't because I set it up, where the big one and the monthly one were being shipped on the same day, just because logistically that's a pain in the bum for us. So payments all come out on the same day, and we did it for the 1st of the month because that's generally the day that a lot of people have the money in the bank. But we wanted shipping to be staggered so that it's easier to manage. Right. This is going to be my to-do list. I wanted to create like an area down the side where I've got like an overview of the week, which I need to draw boxes for. I don't know whether I've left enough space for these boxes. Oh no! That's annoying, isn't it? That's annoying, Joanne. I might have to do it and then move it. Watch this go horribly wrong. This is a recipe for disaster. I'm aware of it as I'm doing it. Doing it anyway. Oh, that's wibbly. Told you it was going to be a recipe for disaster. Sort of. Not the neatest thing I've ever done, but stickers is what I need. I'm going to read your comments again in a second. Okay. Yes, we'll be doing stencils to go with the character washies. It's another thing that's on my list for this week. Never ending list. And I'm on holiday on Tuesday, so ideal. Rachel says, love that the ruler is called Charles. Pure genius, thank you. I know. Imagine working with me. How fun that must be. I'm like, we could call the ruler Charles. Everyone's like, oh, shut up. What if we called the pencil Hamlet? Shut up, Joe. Carol says, just a quick one. My daughter bought me the pink coffee cup journal for Mother's Day. I started in June, so I'm 3 months in on the pages. Discovered some of the pages are blank. Oh, you know markings. Pop us an email, Carol, with pictures if you can. Unfortunately, we don't have any journals that we can replace it for you, but I will see what we can do. Obviously you don't want to replace your whole journal, I'm guessing, but yeah, drop us an email. Always drop us an email if there's any problems. Shuffle Bunny. I like the way that you have VIP at the start of the month and then the next sub box later means that there's always something to look forward to. Yeah, I mean, it spreads out the happy mail for you guys and it spreads out the dispatch for us. So it's good. Joanne says, setting up September in my journal. My theme is Sunday Girl. Love it. Shuffle Bunny says, you have a very long to-do list. I do. It's always very long, but it's especially long at the moment. This was last week and I had done all of those bits, but yeah, the list is crazy. Hence why I wanted to do a Dutch door, give myself a bit more room. So I'm going to do a rolling task list here. This is going to be notes, and then I just wanted to put that in there. Where is my little stencil, my favourite? Oh, where have you gone? I use you all the time. Hiding. Yeah, we are aware there was an issue with some of the journals where the dots were very light. Hence why it's taken quite so long to order this next batch of journals, because we have been going forward with the manufacturer round and around in circles with samples and all sorts to figure out what level of dottage allows for any print inaccuracy, because not everything prints exactly the same way. So hopefully the next lot of journals we've actually gone a little bit darker with our dots. There should be no mistaking where they are. Your little stencil is on the week you just showed us. Thanks, Laura. That's what I was looking for. Blinking love that little stencil. I keep meaning to add them to the website because I think that these are this one especially I use all the time. Would be good to add to the shop. Been so busy sorting out all of our bundles have been updated. All of our super easy have been updated. We're going through section by section and just replacing the images, updating anything that needs updating, making the listing more straightforward, making everything work more smoothly. So all of the themed bundles have been updated. Which is basically means now that when you buy a themed bundle, it adds all the individual elements to your basket. The reason for that is that it means that we don't have to keep them made up in stock. So as they're purchased, we kind of make up the bundles as they go, because having them as separate line items means that there needs to be stock controlled for them, and when they run out they go out of stock. And if it's a busy week where Trace is busy packing orders or whatever's going on, they stay out of stock until we manually put them back into stock again. So having something that kind of just generates itself means that they'll always be in stock, which is what they will be now. But all of that takes time to process. So that's a big part of what has been happening in head office, which is boring for you guys to hear about, but it means that it's a lot less work on a daily basis for us. It's more self-managing rather than manual managing. want this, and I want this. This one, Dawn, was from, oh, it's from a big one. There was a set of 3 or 4 of them in a big one, and I can't remember what one it was, and we made a pocket for them to, I can't remember, my brain's gone. But it was a really handy thing. Might have been Simplify, because it is like a simple, taking it back to basics. Can't remember. Ooh. I love a rolling to-do list when I'm busy. So I think what I'm going to do this week in terms of like keeping myself organised is the task that I'm going to do Monday, I'm going to put into Monday, because that makes sense. And any tasks that I don't know when I'm going to do, I'll add them to here, and then I'll like decant them over. So not everything needs to go in here if I'm like thinking this is what I'm going to do on the day, but any extra tasks that I need to figure out can go in this section. I need to draw a line. And I like having a notes section, which is where I scribble stuff when I think of it. Or if someone asks me something in the office and I'm like, I don't know. Things to think of later. What time are we at? I need to be finishing soon. I need to have some lunch. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do is add in my boxes for Monday. What date is it? Monday 12th. Have I got these in this one? I've got 2 sets of these stickers. Yes, I do. Because I did a live stream where I set up a teacher planner. Maybe. Where do I want this to go? Maybe here. I like to have the date somewhere. So basically the next 2 days we are in a wild rush trying to get everything sorted for the theme box dispatch on Wednesday. I will add a little disclaimer now that there is potential that it might not go on Wednesday, because we've just been, poor Jordan, he has had an undoable task of the vast amount of stencils to make. Like, not on a normal day he can make like, I don't know, 100, 120 stencils, and there was like near on 1,000 from the Time Machine weekend. Another 3, 6, 9. Yeah, easily the same again, if not more, for the subscription boxes and the design that I've done for the Grow subscription box. Generally, a set of 4 stencils can cut in like, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. For 4, it was taking almost an hour because it's a very intricate cut. So he was cursing me. It's all taken much longer than it was supposed to. So we are trying to get everything out for you guys on Wednesday, but it may be Thursday or Friday in reality. We very rarely ship late. And we will do everything in our power to try and get it out on time on Wednesday. In fact, normally we ship early, but it might just not be the way this time. I'm just going to put my stuff in here. So I've got the day off. It's Kate's birthday on Tuesday. It's not why I've got the day off, but we'll put it in my diary. And I'm going to a spa. I know I just said we're doing everything we can to get it sent out, but that is not my job. I am a chaos when it comes to order packing, as some of you may have experienced, because I was in charge of order packing for a couple of days last week while Tracy was on holiday. Keep me away from it. It's Tracy and Jordan, mostly Jordan, for the subscription box packing. He is much more organised and quicker at the whole process than I am. Cool. Okay, what are we thinking? I think my desk looks like a bomb has exploded. Let's put these books in and I can... Anyone got any questions, thoughts and feelings to hit me with while I tidy up? And then I will show you my final doobry what. Let's see. Caro B says, would you ever consider having the black chevron washi in standard stock? It's fab. I agree. I really like it too. Potentially, yes. Some more standard stock items. I think that would be a good one to have. Would anyone else like that one? I've used loads of mine, for sure, the shizzle. So yes, potentially, can add it to my order list next time around. Let's stick that there, stick those there. I don't know if you've seen it, or even if we've still got stock of it. Have you seen this one? Because we had a black version of this and a white version of this, that I think is another really easy to use option. I added it into, I haven't even shown you guys, hold on. So this is my August setup. Just tidy this stuff away. Can't concentrate, there's so much stuff everywhere. So I use this because I couldn't find my chevron washi, and I quite like how it combines with these. So this is my monthly overview. Then I've got my master to-do list, which I haven't filled yet, and then that was last week's weekly, and then this week's weekly is this. This is what I'm going to use for meal planning, which I'll do in a moment, rolling to-do list, and notes. And I quite like how all of this combines with this, so it doesn't look a million miles away, because that was the whole plan. I don't think I've got before that in there. I love the lemons. They turned out really cute. Okay. Ali, what do I need to buy first? I have a journal book and some basic pens. Do you sell a starter pack? Yes, we have some, depends what you're looking at. I'll reframe. From a stencil point of view, just spent some time updating all of our bestseller collections, and in each of those is 5 stencils that has been a good seller. Well, let's go. So it depends if you want decorative or if you want structural, as to what you want really, but these are our bestseller collections. We also have a there's a beginner one in there as well. We have a new to Upsa Daisy section. Where is it? Whoop. She says, where did I put it? I need to add that to the menu if it's not. Maybe it's in the more section. Hold on. We have some themed bundles. Let me show you those as well. So if what you're looking for is more decoration rather than structural, then our themed things might be your bag. And they have like stickers and washi tape and stuff in as well. We've got dinosaurs, we've got cactus, we've got a beginner set, which is like rainbow. We have space, and then we have our journaling bundles. And then in terms of Upsa Daisy, like key products, let me show you this. And I just realised that it's not within the main menu, so I need to add that. Hold on 1 second, and then I will leave you alone. Did a whole post that's like, are you new to Upsa Daisy? And I have posted it and then not saved it anywhere, which is classic Joe. 5 Upsa Daisy products, perfect for bullet journaling beginners. That's what it was. Yeah, the project packs are great. It really depends on what you want to do. Depends if you're looking for like decoration or if you're looking for things to help you structurally set up your spreads. Depends what style of journaling you want to do. Have a little looky through the website. It should direct you in one of many directions if we've laid the website out right. Depends what size of journal you have. Yeah, lots of options. I think this worked out really nice. I do love a Dutch door. I forget how much I love it because it gives you room to like plan each day, but also like have an overview for the whole week. Yeah, if you're looking for decorative stuff, then the theme box subscription is good. If you want to explore more concepts, like being creative or being productive, then our quarterly subscription might be the one for you. Maybe start with one thing, see if it works for you, and go from there. Definitely tune into our live streams. So we do 2 open to everyone live streams a month. Normally I do the second one. So normally Kate does the one on the second Sunday of the month and I do the third Sunday of the month, but we've swapped this month. And then there's an extra masterclass on the fourth Sunday of the month, which is for our VIP members. And definitely, if you're on Facebook, join the Bullet Journal Squad community because they are super, super helpful and friendly community. Really proud of the community that we've built. Yeah, I think that's everything. But yeah, just start with one thing and experiment. See what way works for you. I like to have pretty pages to help me be productive. Other people might use it for self-care. Other people might use it for like memory keeping. Really depends on what you want out of your journal. I find by having it be pretty and set up nicely that I'm more likely to use it from a productivity point of view. Some people might like it to be more basic so that you've got more room for notes. It really depends on how it works for you. There are also tons of videos. The other thing I should say is there is a whole thing about setting up a new journal. Bear with 1 second. So we have a program called the Journal with Ipsy program, which is we did for the there we go. We did for the beginning of last year, and I'm going to update it for the beginning of next year. Basically walks you through setting up a new journal, what you might want out of that journal. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff on the website, so explore. Let us know if any of the links are broken because it's vast. Cool. Thank you all for journaling with me. It's been a long one today, but it's been really enjoyable, and thank you all for your feedback on the new products. I'll get those B5 storage stuff sorted, and I will be watching along next Sunday while Kate is planning, and then for the VIPs I'll see you in the VIP VIP masterclass. Can't speak. Yeah, take care everyone. Bye 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 bye.